a prophet of Allah whom even lions were afraid of, and those who knew the rise and fall of the kingdoms with their knowledge, which surprised even the kings of the time. In today's video, we will present the complete story of Prophet Daniel, peace be upon him. Prophet Daniel was a chosen prophet of Allah who was born in the last period of the fall of the Bani Israel. You were born in 1457 BC in Jerusalem. There is no specific information about the parents of Prophet Daniel in both the Old Testament and the Modern Testament. But some researchers have written that he was from the tribe of Judah, which was a high-ranking family of Bani Israel. When Prophet Daniel was young, it was the worst time of Bani Israel. People were suffering from bad deeds, cruelty, adultery, and all kinds of evils, and had disobeyed Allah. Therefore, Allah's punishment came down on Bani Israel in the form of Nebuchadnezzar king. Nebuchadnezzar was a tyrant king of Babel at that time. He attacked the state of Judah and destroyed the Temple of Solomon, the holy place of worship of the Jews. Prophet Daniel was of the opinion that since Israel has been suffering from evils, Nebuchadnezzar's attack is a punishment from God, and the punishment given by him is absolutely right and just. Nebuchadnezzar destroyed Jerusalem, massacred the people without hesitation, and took the rest of the children as prisoners to Babel. Among those prisoners, Prophet Daniel was also included. In 421 BC, Nebuchadnezzar had a mysterious dream one night. He saw a huge idol whose head was made of gold, and the middle part was made of silver, and the lower part was made of copper, and the legs were made of iron. A stone fell on him from the sky, which shattered him, and his parts got mixed together, and the stone became so big that the whole earth was filled with it. Nebuchadnezzar was surprised by this dream. He called astrologers from all over his empire and asked them to know the interpretation of the dream. But no one could tell the meaning of this strange dream. Someone advised Nebuchadnezzar to ask Daniel for the interpretation of the dream. Prophet Daniel was given the knowledge of dream interpretation by Allah. At that time, Prophet Daniel was in prison. Therefore, he was presented before Nebuchadnezzar. At that time, it was customary that a person who appeared before the king used to prostrate before him. But when Prophet Daniel came before Nebuchadnezzar, he refused to prostrate to him. And he said, "Sajda is not permissible before anyone except God." Nebuchadnezzar remained silent on this, and did not say anything because he wanted to know the meaning of his first dream. When he narrated his dream, upon hearing his dream, Prophet Daniel said, "The gold head you saw in this idol is the same. And after you, another kingdom will arise, which will be smaller than yours. And after that, a kingdom will arise. And the kingdom of copper will rule over all the earth, and the fourth kingdom will be as strong as iron. The feet and toes of what you saw were of clay and some of iron, so there will be division in this kingdom. And in the days of these kings, the God of heaven will establish a kingdom that will last forever, and its government will not be handed over to another nation." Then Prophet Daniel said, "Your rule will soon end, and other nations, namely Persians, Romans, and Greeks, will prevail." Seeing the ability of Prophet Daniel, King Nebuchadnezzar gave him a job in the court. The king was impressed by his wisdom and intelligence. According to history, Prophet Daniel was a young man, handsome and capable of learning everything. Due to his understanding and wisdom, he got a place in the court, and King Nebuchadnezzar always included him in his questions and advice. Prophet Daniel never ate non-halal food during his stay in Babel. You used to engage in the worship of your Lord all the time and turn towards Beit al-Maqdis 3 times a day and describe the greatness and magnificence of your God. Nebuchadnezzar died in 397 BC. Historians wrote that the example of Daniel is like Prophet Yusuf. He was made a prisoner and brought to another country like Prophet Yusuf. And both of them were blessed with the knowledge of dream interpretation. If Joseph had not been there, the whole of Egypt would have been destroyed, just like if Daniel had not been there, Babel would have been destroyed. After the death of Nebuchadnezzar, his son became king. He was a very incompetent and luxurious king. The other ministers, who resented Daniel because of his high position, began to incite the king against Daniel and told the king that Daniel did not bow down to him, nor was he a benefactor of the kingdom of Babylon. He says that the kingdom of Babel will end and the government of its God will be established. Therefore, the king put him in prison in front of the lions. When prophet Daniel found himself helpless in front of the lion, prophet called out to Allah, "O Lord, I seek your help." After which these lions also bowed their heads. By the power of Allah, the lions did not harm you. And according to some traditions at that time, the angel Gabriel descended in the prison and the lions were afraid to see the angel. It was morning, and when the people looked into the prison, they saw prophet Daniel inside safe and sound, and the lion is resting on a bank. Now people understand that you are a noble and distinguished person. But now the time had passed, and God's punishment was near. Babel was attacked by King Cyrus of Persia, and the rule of Nebuchadnezzar dynasty was ended. He released prophet Daniel from imprisonment and appointed him as minister in his court with honor and respect. This great and God-fearing king, who is known in history as Cyrus the Great, there is a mention of him in the Holy Quran under the name of Zulkarnain. Prophet Daniel's interpretation of the dream was later fulfilled. The golden head of the idol in the dream refers to the first kingdom, the Empire of Babel. The second kingdom was the Persian Empire, the silver chest. The third empire was the Copper Empire, that is, the Empire of Greece, which overthrew the Persian Empire during the reign of Alexander the Great. And some iron and some clay legs, that is, the fourth kingdom was the Empire of Rome. That is, the Roman Empire, which was later divided into two parts. None of the Jews and Christians have the slightest doubt that after the fall of these four kingdoms, one greatest kingdom was to be established, which would be the kingdom of the God of heaven. And the greatest of them will be the one who establishes justice in the world. People of the book were eagerly waiting for this great divine kingdom after Jesus. He definitely knew that this empire would be established by the hands of the last prophet. Finally, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, came to the land of Arabia, and the kingdom was established. According to the interpretation of Prophet Daniel, the fifth great divine kingdom will last until the day of judgment.